All right, guys, we got Coach Forbes here. Coach, you want to start off with your opening statement and open up for questions?
I thought we did a really good job today of executing the defensive game plan. We didn't let the ball go middle for the most part of the game. We got to the ice on the ball screen. We guarded the elbows. I thought that was really important. They were really a team that could drive the ball. And so we guarded the elbows, and they couldn't drive through the elbow. We played without fouling, and for the most part, we kept the ball in front of us. And when you do that, you got a good chance to win. They made 9 threes. They don't typically do that, especially with Cross being out of the lineup. They averaged about 3 without him. 11 turnovers today helped us. We were able to set our defense. When you don't have all those turnovers, you're not playing disadvantage defense. You're playing 5-on-5, and I thought that was really important. I thought Davey made a really big shot. We were 45-40. We're kind of struggling on offense. Ran something for him. He got shot fake, got his feet set, made that 3 1/4, make it 48-40. Thought Carter was outstanding off the bench. Jalen Johnson and Isaiah Wilkins, those guys played really well off the bench. Thought we did a really good job of sharing the ball, and we changed up our offense a little bit with more cutting, screening and cutting. And I thought that put a little bit more pressure on the rim. In the first half, we got to the rim, much like Virginia Tech, but we didn't make the right play, and they blocked a lot of shots. Second half, I thought we did a better job of doing that. Credit to Miami for coming in here shorthanded and competing. I know that's tough. They got a ton of injuries. We're all going through it, a lot of crazy stuff. And Coach Larinaga is a great coach and a good person. And, I'm sure that they'll battle through this, and they'll be a lot better when they get their full team. Questions?
Steve, your team was 0 for 9 from the field and down 7-0 early. You called a timeout. It almost seems like you said, hit some 3-pointers. Is that what you kind of told them? Because that's what kind of worked out.
That's some great coaching advice. Sometimes you call a timeout just to calm down a little bit, right? We weren't playing. Our pace was bad on offense, and I thought that, we're kind of settling for some threes that really probably weren't open. I thought if we moved the ball more, we'd get wide open ones. And when we got to the rim, we needed to stride stop and look back to the screener. And when we started doing that, we got wide open looks. We made the one more pass instead of shooting the one that's contested, the one more to the wide open one. Jalen got a couple of those early, just kind of calmed down a little bit. We were still guarding them, but we just were playing we set basketball back about 20 years on offense to start the game.
Steve, this team and you have seen tight games. And I don't know if you say this as a coach, but is there a point to make the emphasis like, guys, I need to see you maintain a lead or see you try to hold one like you did in this one?
No question. And I thought we got better in a 1 week, right? We saw this last week. A week ago now, Pitt, we got up 10 and we wilted, right? And we had to survive a last second shot. We didn't have to do that today. We turned it over once they were pressing after misses, but we did a better job of getting to the spots. Carter got trapped one time. He could have called a timeout. David over dribbled once, but we had people at least in the right places, right? And then we executed. We got a layup there with Musius stayed in attack mode. Odie's play probably wasn't the right basketball play on the offensive rebound. He made a heck of a shot, but I think in that play with the lead, you want to take it out, pass, right, and move the clock a little bit when Davian missed the rebound or the free throw. But for the most part, I thought we made a lot better basketball plays in the last 4 minutes of the game.
Was it just me, or did you guys kind of benefit in the last 8 minutes when there wasn't a under 4 media timeout?
Yeah, that was a huge benefit. I mean, obviously we had the numbers, right? We had the depth, and we showed it today, right? We played, we played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, played 10 guys double-digit minutes, and that's an advantage. I was trying to not call timeout unless I had to, just to keep the clock moving for the simple fact I knew they would get tired. They didn't have the bodies. Now, those guys that are playing they're good players, but they just don't have the depth that they would have if they didn't have the injuries. And so, I think with the clock running was to our advantage.
Steve, I know everything looks better when shots are falling, but aside from hitting 3 threes, Carter looked more comfortable on the court tonight.
Yeah, he did. And credit to him. He's been staying after practice a lot and getting shots up, and worked with him a little bit on some things, technique, with his feet. And I thought he played with a lot more confidence. I mean, I just think it's going to be like that for him. It's just the more he plays, the more confident he's going to get. I mean, he went 4 for 4 and 3 for 3 from 3 at 11 points. That's a pretty solid day for a high school kid, So, but he's and I like the fact that he fits in well with our players. They cheer for him, and he cheers for them. That's important, and that's a hard thing to do when you come in at Christmas.
Steve,
Can you
just
give us
curious.
Can you give us an idea on like Ian Dubose and what his timeline is going to be going forward? I know he got some shots up today before like real warm up shoot around stuff, but what's it like?
So Ian's been doing non-contact, with the team Thursday, Friday. Got a workout today. We won't go live tomorrow because we have to play Tuesday, but we will kind of do some walkthrough stuff. He'll probably get some more cardio. Possibly, hopefully Monday we got to go live before we leave. Maybe he can get in some live there, and we'll just see what happens on Tuesday. It'll be a game time decision. Definitely wasn't going to play today. He's not ready to get back into that. He hasn't done anything in 2 months. It's not like, listen, it wasn't like, okay, he was going to have these tests on Wednesday. So the last 2 weeks he's been like doing anything, like conditioning. He hadn't been able to do anything. And so he's probably got a little, this is a big word for you, atrophy. I guess I learned that a long time ago, even though I'm a history guy. So lack of use would be the word, I think. But he's been going hard. He's great to have him back. And hopefully maybe, who knows, Tuesday. But then it looks like on the schedule, I don't know what'll happen on Saturday. But probably by the time we get to Boston College, I think the following week, he should be ready to at least get some minutes and help us.
Steve, did you have any type of relationship with Coach Chaney, who passed away yesterday?
I didn't. Obviously, I have, the utmost respect for him and all the things that he stood for and how hard his teams played. And the fact that he practiced every morning at 6 a.m., I could never be a coach with him or be a player on his team because I wouldn't be able to function. But no, I've known some of the assistants over the years at Temple, but never have had the honor to spend time with him. I wish I could have, but may he rest in peace. And he was a giant, in our business, and somebody that I'm sure I know everybody respected.
And real quick to follow, Georgia Tech. Did you guys fly to Georgia Tech?
We did.
Okay, because I was just interested. Travel schedule the next couple of games. You guys haven't been on a plane in a while.
Well, we've only been on once. We've gotten to know Tobacco Road pretty well with a bus, and then we bused to Virginia. So we've been once. So we'll definitely fly to Notre Dame. Definitely fly to Boston College. And I think if I'm right, we have to follow that up with a trip to Tallahassee too. So it's not getting any easier, but at least we're not taking a bus to Notre Dame. I bussed one time at East Tennessee State from Detroit back to Johnson City. Try that on for size.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate you guys. Enjoy.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep. Ooh.
All right, guys. Questions for Isaiah?
Isaiah, why were you guys able to move on quickly from how bad the first few minutes of the game were?
I think we just started to settle down, like understanding that offensively we were going to be able to get wherever we wanted. They weren't really pressuring us, so we just had to really slow down offensively. And then defensively, we had to kind of like play to their weaknesses. They're not really a great team that really shot three well. They shot it really well tonight, but a couple guys really had low percentages, so we had to make sure that we stayed in the gaps. And once we got to that game plan, we did really well, in the second half, and we were able to transition and take a lead.
Given how much pressure you guys have faced and against NC State and late in the game against Pitt. Was that kind of a welcome reprieve for you guys, not facing as much pressure?
No, I mean, like, we prepared for pressure, like, the whole week for practice. Like, we prepared for pressure because we were like, if they throw pressure at us, we're going to be ready to, to face it. So it wasn't a relief. We were just said they didn't pressure. So if they were to pressure, we would have been ready because we practiced and made sure that, we limited our turnovers like we did at NC State and came in and did what we had to do this game.
Zay, how would you describe the practice after the NC State loss?
Same as usual, intense. Like, we just continue to get better. Like, every single time we come back, it went loss or win, we just look at what we can do better. Like, we never we're never satisfied at anything. Even Coach Forbes, he's always once after wins, he's probably more on edge and more intense than after losses. But we just continue to every single day look at the things that we can fix. We never get, we never satisfied with anything. So the practices were basically the same intensity. We'd go hard every single practice. So I think it was mostly the same for sure.
Isaiah, what does it do for you guys to not just see a halftime lead, but to actually have a second half where you maintain it and kind of keep it a good size for the whole second half?
It feels good. Like, and it showed us to see, it's the first time we had a lead, and seeing we were mature enough to keep it and not lose the lead was really good. And it was great to see from the guys and the whole team. Sometimes you'll get a lead and kind of get complacent, start taking bad shots. But, they emphasize us just playing together and moving the ball and staying locked in and together on defense. And I think we executed that really well and didn't steer any away from our game plan going into the second half.
What's the kind of the overall takeaways from this week, just where you do have a win like this one, but you also have a performance like Wednesday night against State, where I'm sure there was a lot you wanted to improve from that?
Just build every single day, build every moment, like take one day at a time, just make sure that we're building, getting better. The year is up and down. Like, the league is wide open. Everybody's losing, people are winning. So just building confidence and building, the strength of our team to make sure that we have confidence on both ends of the floor, because, we can go, we're trying to go this whole week and get wins and start, getting this train rolling. So.
How many chase down blocks have you had in your career, like the one you had at the start of the second half?
I had one in high school like that, but I haven't had one of those in a minute. My legs is feeling really good today. I don't know if it was the tights. I think this might be a go-to thing now, switch out with the tights. But it was just an effort play. Like, I ran and saw the dude was really lackadaisical, and I was like, I'm going to go get this. Like, if he goes up for a dunk, he goes up for a dunk. But I was like, I'm going up, so you either going to meet me or get it punched. And he didn't meet me and got it punched, so that's what happened. But, it's just those effort plays that coach talks about and he preaches in practice. Like, those are plays that, change games. Like, that was a big momentum play for us and gave us a lot of energy off the bench and throughout the game. So I try to make sure that if I had any chance to make those plays on defense, I'm going to do it every single time.
Couldn't grab one more rebound?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know I'm gonna hear it from the coaches, I'm sick. I was right there. And the crazy thing is, somebody told me in halftime and probably jinxed me and was like, yo, like, you got one more. I was like, And the last offensive rebound, I thought I had it. Odie came and got the and one. I was happy he got the and one, but then I was kind of mad that he got the rebound from me. But yeah, hopefully, next game I'm gonna try to get that double for sure. So I owe y'all for sure.
Zay, you guys drained 9 threes in the first half, pretty balanced in the second half. When you guys are clicking like that from deep, though, how good does that feel when you guys can, just light it up like that?
It opens the floor up. Guys gotta, defenses have to now, close out to us, and it gives guys like Carter, Damian, driving lines to be able to get into the paint. So, we're a really great shooting team. As you can see, like, I've hit 7 threes in the game. Ish had 8. Jonas hit 4 or 5. Jalen's hit 2 or 3. Like, we got a bunch of dudes that can shoot the ball at will. So it is whoever's night it's going to be. Jalen was hitting 3s tonight. And tomorrow, next game against Notre Dame, it could be Jonah. Against BC, it could be Ish. It could be back to me. So it's great that we have so many guys who are really lethal from the three-point line, because it keeps the defense honest. You can't ever have a time where defenses get lax on us because we can burn that ball. So it's great to see us clicking like that, and we just have to continue to stay in the gym and work on those threes and stay confident in our craft.
Thanks, Zay.
Of course.
All right, guys, we'll wrap it up with questions for Carter.
Carter, it looked like after the first three went down, you got some confidence. Is it really just that simple? You just needed to see one go in to get some others to go?
Yeah, I mean, that's like a big thing for me. I've tried to take a lot of shots, but and be in rhythm, but I just none have fallen yet until today. And when I just got that look, made it, it definitely just gave me more confidence. Just keep on shooting and just build off of that and just try to make some more.
Coach told us that you've been staying after practice a lot. Is that something that you typically do, or I don't know how common that was for you in high school?
Yeah, I'm used to just being in the gym a lot and stuff and just working on my game too outside of practice. So that's not like something that I haven't been doing my whole life. So that's why I've just tried to, keep doing it but we have a busy schedule, so it's hard to, always get it in like that.
Carter, how much are you looking to get to know somebody at Wake outside of your teammates, considering classes are now starting to begin? What's that support group look like for you?
I've met some people. I moved into my dorm like a week ago, so I've met a few kids and stuff, and some of the or my teammates have just like introduced me to people and stuff like that. So I'm definitely glad students are back.
Carter, in addition to hitting some shots, your floor game, you also look much more comfortable on the floor today. Did you feel like as the game wore on, you got more and more comfortable with what you were doing out there?
Yeah, I mean, I think since the Pitt game last week, I mean, before that I kind of had the injuries and I was and that stuff, but after that I've just kind of built off of that, and it today it felt good. I felt like myself out there.
At the
Carter,
end with the shot clock, were you thinking that would be a turnover against you?
Oh, I knew it would be a turnover against me, but I was like, why is Odie coming to get it? And I was like, and Coach Ford was telling me, and I was just like, whatever. I mean, I'll take it. So I've had plenty this year. So another one, I don't know.
Carter, if I'm not mistaken, you were the last of the 10 guys who played today to check into the game. Assuming that you started all the time in high school, what's it like to kind of get to watch the game for a bit before you check in and can start orchestrating on offense?
It's just like when you get in there after you're being on the bench, you got to be like ready to play right away, and it's kind of hard to do. You kind of got to make yourself do it, but and just come in and make something happen right away. So
Carter,
something I'm not used to doing.
Sorry about that. How did you see this team respond from Wednesday? Like, what did you notice in practice from some of the guys as far as trying to move past that performance and get into today?
We just came back and just worked like we have all year. That game was, I mean, everyone saw it. We just didn't really have the energy and stuff. So today we really knew we had to just bring energy and be ready to play. Which Wednesday we really weren't ready to play, and today I thought we were.
Carter, you and
Thanks,
Jalen
Carter.
both came.
Go ahead. We'll wrap.
You both came in the first half and hit some big threes off the bench. You guys, a lot of threes came, from all of you guys in the first half, but for you coming off the bench and being able to provide that punch, what do you think that did for you and the team in that first half?
I mean, it helped. We have we have like probably 7 or 8 guys that can really get hot from three. And I haven't shot it great this year, but I mean, it will come, and making those today definitely just, help my confidence with just shooting from three and stuff. And I think it'll help our team a lot if I can start making some threes consistently.
Thanks, Carter.
Thanks.